The impact of COVID-19 has been devastating for small business owners nationwide, especially for those who work in a field categorized as non-essential. But one New York resident and small business owner is showing resilience in the face of hardship.
It's beautiful.
Christina Tung founded her PR company, House of, after years in big-name PR firms and at in-house brands like Mark Fisher.
I started House of about 5 years ago in the spring of 2015. And my background was always in PR, so it was really a natural kind of progression for me to go from agency to in-house and then to now have my own agency.
Her new business has proved resilient even in the COVID era.
For all of our clients at House of, we do offer like really full service. So whatever they need, we'll also audit their Instagram, we'll help them with their website, we'll connect them with VIP stylists. We will do things that are not necessarily like strictly under the traditional scope of PR.
The company boasts clients like celebrity favorite brands Hava, JW Pay, and Tung's very own brand, Souvenir. At the intersection of Broadway and Canal, the once bustling House of showroom, which displays different clients' products, now only hosts one employee per day to accommodate COVID-19 restrictions. Lauren Steiner, a PR coordinator at House of, says everything changed instantly for the company once the pandemic hit.
Generally, we have like hundreds of people come in our showroom and look at all of our products, all of our designers, and I mean, usually it's insanely busy. I would work from like 7 a.m. until, I would be going to shows until 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. at night, and once COVID hit, it kind of just stopped.
COVID-19 has caused many small business owners to reevaluate their practices, but imagine having to keep two companies afloat during a pandemic. Christina Tung is not only the founder of House of, but is also the designer and founder of Souvenir, a sustainable fashion brand.
I hand make all of the jewelry myself still, and I hand dye all the slip dresses and silks myself. So the production side is really just me right now.
Tung keeps her circle small and is fortunate to receive help at her home studio from friends who are also following COVID-19 precautions.
I think because like my operation is so small and I'm like at the center of it, I actually was really uniquely positioned to still be able to continue with my business. I work out of my home, so I have like a studio, and it sort of bleeds into like my entire home actually, but all of my production is here and all of my raw materials are here.
Souvenir, like the name suggests, was based on the concept of pieces inspired by travel, and many of the pieces are named after different destinations. From Edinburgh and Shanghai to Cape Town and Santorini. But now that the designer is restricted to her home studio in Brooklyn, she had to get creative in finding places to source from that are true to her brand.
One of my favorite places around the city to source materials is this one shop called Weekend. There's a lot of natural stones, and so when I go through there, I like to look at, shape and color and texture. For me at Souvenir, it's a treasure land to find stuff and to be able to work with it and use it, and it's all pieces from a different time and place that have a real history to them, and that's so much at like the core of what Souvenir is.
Patty Kahn is the owner of Leakin Designs, a small business that has been around for 40 years.
A lot of these beads on this side is from Africa, but a lot of them is African origin. European origin. And we have beads from China and from India, and some from Thailand.
He had planned to retire when the pandemic hit, but given his overflow of inventory from years of travel, he decided to stay open a little while longer.
We start with, smaller selection, and then people request, or maybe we stumble upon something that we think, our customer will like it. So it's kind of expand, and then of course there's something that we like that may never able to sell, and then that's why it's still here. It just need the right person.
As it turns out, the right person is Tung, and Khan's collection has allowed her small business that is rooted in travel to adapt to modern realities. Until she can travel the world again, there's the matter of running 2 small businesses during a pandemic, something Tung has found challenging.
I mean, I think having 2 startup businesses that are related is tricky because they do sometimes blend into each other, and I wouldn't say that there's like conflicts of interest necessarily, but there are sort of like blurred lines in terms of what sometimes I need help with. And with Souvenir, I definitely find that trying to split my time and balancing my time can be challenging, especially if there's a big order for Souvenir and I have to produce everything myself, and it really eats up a big chunk of my week sometimes, or longer. Whereas House of is like very steady in terms of the amount of work.
Even during COVID-19, the holiday rush is exhilarating.
I mean, the whole entire business is relatively small, so any kind of shift in sales, feels really monumental. I just got signed with Anthropologie for the holiday season, and they had ordered 900 earrings. So I've been day and night just working on making all of those, and quality control and packing everything, and just making sure that those are done and done the right way.
The multifaceted designer is looking forward to a hopeful future after a year of determination. And only time will tell when the fashion world will be fully operational again. Reporting for NYU Now, this is Claire Wright.